disability pay gap, why are disabled people paid so much less? The disability pay gap is used to demonstrate the difference between disabled and non-disabled people's earnings, with historically disabled people being paid significantly less. This was reflected recently by the Office for National Statistics, finding disabled people are paid on average £1.93 per hour less than non-disabled people, equating to £3,500 per year. That's no amount to be sniffed at, but is the pay gap as simple as disabled people just being paid less? Well, not quite. Under UK law, it's illegal to pay any adult less for doing the same job as another based on their character, including being disabled. The disability pay gap doesn't consider the salaries of people in the same jobs, the assumption we might jump to when we first see this disparity, but instead adds up the working-based income of all disabled and non-disabled people, finds the median, and highlights the difference. So, disabled people aren't necessarily paid less for doing the same jobs as non-disabled people, but are in positions and roles which pay less than those which non-disabled people occupy. This is an important distinction to make, so we don't get caught up in trying to solve problems that don't exist, and can instead focus our energy on trying to tackle the real issues contributing to this inequality, of which there are many. One such issue is reduced access to education, with nearly 3 times as many disabled people having no qualifications compared to non-disabled people. As a key indicator to many employers as to a person's ability to fulfil higher level roles, a lack of qualifications means disabled people start off at lower entry levels and pay, as well as reducing disabled people's ability to progress within an organisation. Another issue impacting disabled people's ability to progress is discrimination, and when it comes to disabled people in employment, this can often be quite outward. An example of this is recent research by the Vision Foundation, which found 94% of people didn't believe a blind person could do their job. While this might be the case for some jobs, as with anyone blind or not, given the high number of people who felt this way, we can assume some proportion would have been in promoted or higher level positions, which doesn't bode well for blind and visually impaired people hoping to climb the ladder. This type of discrimination also extends to others within a disabled community. Just a couple of years ago, a Conservative MP explained that the motives of those with learning disabilities to be employed was less about earnings and more for therapeutic benefit, as a means to justify reduced pay. We know fulfilling work for anyone produces a therapeutic response, aka makes us feel good. So should we all be working for free or sacrificing higher salaries if we enjoy our jobs? These assumptions tell us something about the expectations and aspirations we place on disabled people when it comes to employment. Are we really creating the conditions and adopting a narrative which encourages disabled people to strive to achieve high-level roles or create their own roles through business and enterprise to support greater income? Now, on the other side, there may be some instances where a disabled person chooses to be paid less so that their working income doesn't interfere with their benefits. But again, this is more about the nature and issues of the benefit system than disabled people themselves. And given that all disabled people receive or are entitled to benefits, this factor wouldn't influence the inequalities to the extreme we currently see. So, while disabled people may not be paid less for doing the same job, barriers to education, routes to progression, discrimination and prejudice all play a part in contributing to the disparity highlighted by the disability pay gap. So the next question is, what are we going to do about it? Thanks for listening, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please do follow me at Ben Andrews Inc. for more content on topics and issues relating to disabled people. Subscribe to this video, like, share and comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the disability pay gap. Do you think there's anything else that contributes to it, and how do you think we can resolve them? And on that, I hope you all keep well, keep safe, and until next time, take care.